really get to you when you open up a vehicle and it's completely charred like that.
A Lincoln family's Jeep caught fire after a recall repair, and they're not the only ones.
A Kurtis investigation uncovers what the automaker knew but didn't warn drivers about.
Well, you bring a recalled car in expecting to take away the danger. Tonight, we've learned this family is just one of at least 9 that have had fires after the supposed fix to their recalled SUVs. Check out the burned out area over the passenger seat and the soot in the car.
I was astonished.
The aftermath of the fire that tore through the Hansen family's 2012 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Stacy says she and her 2 kids were just sitting down to eat at Taco Bell when her daughter yelled,
"Mom, your car has smoke coming out of the whole inside of it."
Her husband Eric points out his wife and kids were sitting in the SUV just minutes earlier.
The firemen were saying, you guys are, super lucky.
The fire report says it appeared to have started in the headliner visor area above the passenger front seat, the same area of their Jeep they had repaired as part of a recall at the start of the year. Chrysler recalled 651,000 Jeep Grand Cherokees and Dodge Durangos, model years 2011 through 2014, over an issue with a sun visor vanity lamp wiring and an increased risk of fire.
I thought it was fixed in January.
But this document from March proves Chrysler knew 2 months after the Hansens had their Jeep fixed of a problem with how some recall repairs were done. The company revised its repair instructions, saying it is critical that the sun visor wire remains under the clip when reinstalling the visor to prevent improper wire routing. Yet Chrysler never notified the up to 386,000 customers who already had the repairs. And what makes the Hansens even angrier, they brought their Jeep back into the dealership twice after those updated instructions went out in March. Once in April when the visor light bulb went out, and again in May after smelling something burning.
Smelling smoke. Maybe this needs to go on the priority list.
The dealership told the Hansens they had to wait for parts.
And we waited, and that's when our car burnt.
And we've learned of at least 9 fires in these vehicles after the recall fix. Yet to date, there has not been a secondary recall or any notice to consumers of the possible problem.
And it's really reprehensible.
The federal government fined Fiat Chrysler a record $105 million this summer for its handling of 23 recalls affecting 11 million cars, including this recall. Consumer advocate Rosemary Shahan says if there is a known danger, automakers should not let these cars out on the road.
Chrysler needs to come up with a better fix or offer to buy these cars back.
We asked Fiat Chrysler why it didn't notify car owners of possible issues with this recall fix. A spokesperson suggests the original repair, while intricate, it is effective when performed according to the instructions provided. Although the company admits it has since altered the repair instructions to further reduce the probability of a post-repair issue.
Come on, let's go.
After we got involved, Fiat Chrysler gave the Hansens a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee. Although the Hansens think the makers of their recalled Jeep gambled with their lives.
This happened to a family. This happened to somebody. They need to know this.
And we have an advisory from Chrysler showing it knew of confusion surrounding this recall fix as early as November of last year, more than a month before the Hansens initially had their SUV repaired. The dealership in this case tells us the fix was not crystal clear to the dealership community. The federal government is now investigating Chrysler's handling of these recall repairs.
Does Fiat Chrysler plan to tell people that their cars weren't fixed right?
We have repeatedly asked them that question, and they have not given us a straight answer. The only thing that they really will tell us in regards to that is we did everything by the book.
Okay.
So what should you do if you've had this recall fixed?
It's a good question. If you're nervous about this, you might want to call the dealership and say, hey, we know that there have been some issues with this recall repair. Can I bring the car in and have you check it out? We'll put the actual bulletin on our website, so if you want to go and look at that, print it out, bring it to the dealership, we'll help you out with that.
Very good.
Okay. Well, we've heard from many of you upset you can't even get in for a recall repair. Here's what you'll see tomorrow. Viewers upset they can't get their recalled cars fixed.
I feel unsafe and dangerous.
How big of a disaster is this recall situation?
This is a huge problem for consumers.
We investigate reports of back-ordered parts and concerns there aren't enough mechanics to get the work done.
I feel like they're kind of playing chicken. What's going to come first, the fix or the crash?
What you should do if you feel unsafe in your recalled car. Tomorrow, only on the CBS 13 News at 10.